Hello, tag team peeps. How is it going? Don't be confused. I am neither Amanda nor Rachel. Although I feel like if I was dressing up for Halloween, I could totally be Amanda, right? I've got the hair. Here we go. So my name is Becky. I am a leader with 31 gifts. We're the bag ladies, and Amanda and Rachel asked me to hop on here and do a cool takeover to talk about how I've done Facebook parties. So I started my journey with 31 back in August of 2014. I see those hearts. I started back in August of 2014. So I've been with the company about 3 years. Hey, Tina. And hi, Beth. Started with a couple home parties, and then from there I started seeing that my business was taking a little shift into online, and it was something that I didn't feel super comfortable with, and so I know 31 is in the house. So I started doing, I started doing some Facebook parties for like family members, and experimented with like the 5-day parties and the 2-week parties and the 7-day parties and the 1-hour parties, and they tanked. I mean, they were just awful. Like virtual crickets were just, it was just a hot mess. And so I wanted to get better at my business. And I wanted to get better specifically at Facebook parties because I felt like Facebook was just kind of the way I was going to be able to grow my business. Yay! Congratulations, Whitney. Welcome to the sisterhood. So I heard of this company or these Facebook party ladies called the Tag Team. I invested into my business and bought their training, and it rocked my world. I now do about 90 to 95% of my business completely on Facebook. I have a full calendar. I had 2 parties last night, booked a couple parties from there. Have some new team members that I've met through these Facebook parties, and so please trust me when I say that you can be successful, whether it's with 31 or whatever company. You can build a successful business online when you're following the Tag Team. So they asked me to kind of share a tip that I do to help my Facebook parties rock, and so I wanted to talk about the after party. So Amanda and Rachel, they've got that 30-minute party formula down to a science. And so what I do happens after the party, and I did this last night. I do it with most of my hostesses. So either immediately after the party or the day after the party, I'm in contact with my hostess. We're usually, messaging each other throughout the night and things like that. Hey, Tashana. And what I do is I let her know that the party might be over, but the after party is just beginning. And so I give her some specific verbiage or specific ideas of how she can collect orders after the party. Now, I know some people, they give their hostess the challenge of collecting orders before the party. And for me personally, I don't like doing that because up until the party, I want my hostess focusing on the party itself. I want her commenting. I want her interacting with her guests. I want her messaging to get those RSVPs. And so that's what I want her focus on. Then when the party's done, she's seen the formula, she's seen the favorite products that her customer or her friends are liking. And so now she's excited, and I'll let her know her party total, and I give her a challenge of collecting like $200 in orders. That's my own personal challenge. So you could do that. Hey, I encourage you to get 4 or 5 more orders, or 2 or 3 more bundles, or whatever works best for your company. My personal goal that I encourage for my hostesses is an extra $200. And then I want to let her know, hey, Brenda, maybe hop back out and then hop back in, and you might be able to see, hey, Courtney, you might be able to see it a little better. I want her to know what that $200 would mean in rewards. So I'm really specific. So I'll ask her if she had fun. Hey, did you have fun during your party? Oh, it was so much fun to see the interactions. Hey, Lacey. And then I'll let her know what her party total is. And then I encourage her, I would love to help you get $200 in orders, because that would mean this much more in free product, this much more in half price product, and you would be able to get another Hostess exclusive, or whatever that looks like for your specific company. Sometimes I'll, give her a little challenge and I'll dangle a carrot in front of her. And if you do that, I'll send you an extra free gift, but it all just kind of depends on what works for you and what works for your budget. So I give her the after party challenge, but I don't just leave her hanging. I want her to feel equipped and empowered for that. So I give her a few things. So I give her a copy, or I give her the link to my Facebook party video. That's the edited video that I use. So I send that to her, and I send, hey Brittany, I send that to her. I send her the party link. I send her a couple of graphics. Congratulations, Kia. You're gonna love that starter collection. I send her a couple of graphics, and I send her sample verbiage. So I'll let her know specifically what she can send to her guests and to her people, so they can get excited and she can share that excitement. Now there's two specific groups that I tell her to focus on, because I focus on kind of that low-hanging fruit, I guess you could say. So what I let her know is I say, I want you to go through the party and I want you to look for all of the people who commented on, the welcome post or the product post, or maybe posted a question but didn't order because they're interested, but for some reason, maybe they didn't find the product or the print they were looking for, and so maybe they just need a little bit of help from either you as the hostess or me as a consultant. So that's the first group to target, because they were at the party, they were shown, they got to see some stuff, they look a little interested. So that's the first group of people that I have her focus on. I say that's priority number one, or those guests who were at your party and interacting, but then maybe didn't follow through on an order. The second group that I have her target are the people who RSVP'd either yes or no, or maybe, but didn't attend at all. Because, we know how it is. Stuff comes up, and I don't know of a guest, and I've never been invited to a Facebook party and marked it out on my calendar, right? Like, it's different than a home party. So I'm not, waiting by my Facebook phone for the party to start. Sometimes things happen. Practice runs late, dinner runs, over, kids. Hey, Laura, the kids' bedtime, bath time isn't going. And so people just forget with Facebook parties. And so the second group that I have her target are those people who RSVP'd and didn't attend. And so for that verbiage, I let them know, hey, the party's, the live party may be over, but the after party is still going. So there's still time to get your order in. There's still time to take advantage of, this monthly special. And I also ask the hostess, I say, hey, Jennifer, give her a recommendation of one or two products that you think would be helpful for her, because the purpose of our businesses is to be helpful for them. And I know as a bag lady, I want to help my customers be a little more organized and help make life a little bit easier. So if they don't have a certain product to help with the groceries, or to help with to help with like a diaper bag or things like that, hey Melissa, hey Jennifer, then, I want them to know that. If maybe someone's looking for a new purse to help get organization, or they need a new wallet because theirs are falling apart, I want my hostess to be intentional with connecting with her. So those are the people that I have her focus on. And then once she's done that, hey Emma, once she's done that and reached through those people, I'm constantly letting her know when somebody orders and how close she is to that $200 goal, because I love making a goal. I'm a goal girl. I'm the carrot chaser. So I love making a goal, and then from there, like, I want to know how close I am. And it's like, if I'm getting a little bit closer and a little bit closer, so I'll be like, hey, Emma just placed an order. Now you're only $146 away. We've got this. Oh my gosh, Jennifer just placed an order too. Now you're $102 away. Who else are you chatting with? Who else? And I'm letting her, I'm keeping her informed with that. With our company, we have an app that kind of notifies us when people order. We get notifications or things like that. So that would be a really great way to kind of keep her motivated. Hey, Emily. So she could get excited about hitting that next level of rewards. Once she's hit those two groups of people, hello from North Carolina. I'm in sunny California. Then I will also ask her to reach out to people who maybe aren't on Facebook and would still need to get a little bit organized or need to get a new baseball bag or things like that. Michigan, is it cold there in Michigan? Now I'm loving all these state shout outs. That's so fun. So that's just kind of what I do. I think I saw a question that was like, how long do you keep the party open? I typically say the next day. So I party on Thursday night. And so I call Friday my most important day. I said, this is game day. This is after party day. And then if we have a couple of orders that happen on like Saturday morning, that's fine. And then I try to close no later than about Saturday evening. So that's what I do for getting orders after the party, and it really helps me to keep. Yeah, I'm a bag lady, Samantha. It really helps to keep my hostess motivated, and I love being able to help her get to that next level of rewards. And it also helps me to be able to stay home with my kiddos. I'm partying while they're asleep. So it's just a win-win for everybody when I have her collect orders after the party. So I'm wrapping up here. I see some Canadian sisters. How you doing? I know, Bag Ladies Unite. I love that you're all here. So if your hostess tried really hard and they didn't make a reward, do you still reward the host? So if like the hostess party maybe wasn't at, hey Alaska, if your hostess didn't reach, like our party minimum is like a $200 party, that's really a case-by-case situation, and it sort of just depends on, you know, what is within your budget, kind of depends on, you know, the relationship that you have with a hostess. So maybe if she wants to place an order and you want to, you know, send a little gift with her as well, you can do that. But that's really kind of a case-by-case situation that I do, and it varies between each hostess, and it varies between, hey, from Colorado, Allison, and it varies between you know, kind of each consultant too. So I'm gonna wrap up here because I got it just a couple minutes left, but here's what I want to say. Investing in your business is one of the best things that you can do. And yes, there is free training everywhere. But I think Amanda and Rachel said this today, when you have skin in the game, it makes you want to take your level to the next, or it makes you want to take your business to the next level. And it sets you apart from other consultants, because there's a lot of consultants out there who aren't willing to invest in their business. And when you do, you're kind of elevating yourself up. And the great place to start with that is the Facebook party, the Party Starter Collection. I'm here to tell you that it works. I'm here to tell you that before I started using it, like my parties bombed. And then I started using it, but I only used a couple of pieces because I thought I knew better than Amanda and Rachel. Whoops. And so I was like, well, I don't need to add this part because that just kind of seems, you know, silly, or I don't really need to do this, or I don't need to make my own video. And what I found out is all of the pieces work together for a reason. It's like when you bake a cake, you don't decide that you're just gonna leave out the flour, right? When you put all of the ingredients together, that's where the magic happens. And it is a lot of work to get, or it is, I wouldn't say a lot of work, but it is work to get those, all of those pieces and all of those elements set up. And it can be quote unquote easier to take a shortcut one way or the other. But shortcuts for a long-term business hardly ever pay off. And once I started using all of the pieces the way that they were intended to, and I spent that time at the beginning of each season to really invest that time into making my parties, you know, just a step above, using all of those tips that the girls have given us all week with fonts and guest lists and things like that. That's when I started seeing results. I mean, one of my parties last night that I had, it's a $1,000 party right now. And the guests had so much fun. And my kids were asleep right next to me. I had 2 parties going on at the same time. That's what I love about Facebook Party Formula, the Facebook Party Formula, is I can have 2 parties going on at the same time. So I'm here to tell you that the formula works. Amanda and Rachel, they know what they're talking about. I hope this little tip about, you know, the after party was helpful for you. encourage you to try that at your next party, and then make it as easy as possible for your hostess to reach out and collect those orders for her. Our job as a consultant is to make her role as the hostess as easy and as fun as possible. So I'm out. Allison, thanks for the shout out. Yeah, Maya, $1,000. It was so much fun. And not every party is like that. I'm not saying all of my parties are $1,000 parties, but before Tag Team, I wasn't doing that at all. So take care. Have a great Friday. Thanks so much. You'll be able to catch the replay in just a little bit. Take care and party on. Bye.